recording. I'll move this out of the way. Hidden here. So we're going to do. Oh. So how to create an account, right? Well, I have to log out. Right. So all you have to do is just go to the website. You click on sign up or here. You put your email here. Well, I can't do everything. I can't create another one, but yeah. Basically, you just put your email there. Yeah, it's already taken. I already have mine. They should be pretty easy to create. Just continue and it will ask you for passwords and blah blah blah. So I'm just gonna sign in. Just gonna sign in. My profile. I can. Alright. Alright, so overview is just whatever you have for it is gonna come up here. This is contributions you have made. They come up here, less, more, blah blah blah. This here is made by me. It's just a read. You don't need to have this. You can edit your profile. Following some achievements, organizations. I am in the VoIP core or my own. This is we're gonna do this later. This is for if you want to create your own server and you have loads of devs and you just have to give them permission to go there and do whatever. So first thing we would do, so we have repositories, projects, packages and stars, right? So this is just everything that you have forked. This is everything I have forked. What is a fork? So a fork is when you go to a page and you want this script to be added to your page. So for example, this one comes from VoIP. So if I want to fork this, I will go here and click here to fork it, which I already have, so I don't want a new one. I want to fork, I will fork it here. Once I have it forked, it will show here on your page and it tells you where did you fork it from. So this now I can make any changes I want without having to change the actual script from the other page, right? From the other repo. So this is a fork, right? So in here you have code. You can download zip. You can open with Visual Studio, or you can open with GitHub Desktop. And there's other things you can do with I don't know how to mess with that, which is like command lines, and it's really not needed. It tells you the language that this script is most written in. It tells you how many forks it has, stars, and license. This is a readme, right? So y'all know this. Right, so let's say you want to make an edit. You don't have to put this on your computer, you don't have to download it. Let's say you want to make an edit. I can click here on readme. I'll go here to edit. I can go here and I can do whatever edits I want inside the program. I don't need Visual Studio. So whatever I do, let's say I go here and I remove this thing. Now it knows what I have removed, and you can preview the changes you've made. Right, you go back. If you want to change the name of the file, you can change it here. Cancel changes, whatever. So now I've made a change, and I can go here and add a comment test. Right, you can add more comments here. Test. Commit directly to the main branch. Create a new branch for this commit and start a pull request. So right now we're just gonna commit directly to my branch, right? I'm gonna go here, and now it's updated. It doesn't have the thing here anymore, right? But it didn't change the original. It only changed yours, right? So if you go here, it says 11 seconds ago this was changed, right? And your commit history, it will show here. When you click it, it will tell you what was removed, what was added, right? So this was removed, and that's why this one is green. This is the new, this is the old. So when it's red like this, it means that it was removed. Something was removed from this line, and it tells you what it was, right? So sometimes when you check well, it means 30 people forked it, but some people, you don't need to fork, you can just download it from the page. You only, the thing is, you only need to fork if you are going to make a pull request, or if you don't want to go to that page that often, because then you can fetch what they do, which I'll go explain that a bit later, and then you can just the thing with forking, so the thing with forking is when you fork from another script and then you use GitHub desktop, that's why people fork it, because when you use Git desktop you can just fetch everything that this page made. So any updates to this fork, to this page here, to this repo, will come into here, and then from your desktop GitHub desktop you can fetch everything from here, right? So that's why people do the forks. Now GitHub desktop will only fetch what you clone into your computer. So right now I don't have this cloned, I have the whole pre-made. So anything I do on the pre-made, I can just do it here. But basically you fork it so that you can make commits to that repo, right? So, or if you want to change the whole thing and you don't want to make any commits, you can just leave this and share yours. Yours can be different than that one. I can make this totally different from the original repo, and I just leave it here and I share with others, and other people will use mine. So basically that's why you fork it, to make commits or just to modify it and stay and give it to other people. Right, so you can see on the README I've changed something, so the commits are here. It says 33 minutes ago. I can see the whole history of things that was changed, and I can come here and check what it was changed. So let's say I want to see what did I do on that day. and I can see I updated the names and the links from this thing, and that's why what you write on the comments and titles is important, because this update readme, it doesn't tell me what did I do. So if I'm looking for something specific, I can't find it. So this one says changes for user IDs. So this is what I'm looking for. You know, this is a comment. So you can see here he added these things here, which it wasn't. So this was removed, this was added. And this is how you manually can update things. You can just come here and take the green ones and remove the red ones. So this was, everything was removed here, and it was just left this one. So you can manually update, so you don't have to update everything and all the files. And if you want to see the whole thing, you just click in here and it will show you everything. See, you could just come here and copy paste this instead of the whole script. If this was the only change, you just copy and you do the same thing, right? So, and when you, so if this repo has made any updates, I can come here. Where is it? Well, it doesn't have any updates, so that's why. Yes, we'll get there. Well, it doesn't have any updates, but it would show fetch upstream, which is to fetch anything that was changed in this repo. If I changed something in here, it will show in there. So let's say I'll go here, I'll make an edit, I'll remove this, I'll just add another one, and I put here test, commit directly to the main branch, right? So now I've made a commit to the main branch, right? It says here now, I just did this now. So now if I go to mine, just go here, it's easier. Oh, I did right, so this is where you fetch it, but I did a commit here, that's why I didn't fetch it. Right, so if you want to fetch everything, you would say this is how you fetch it, right? So I fetch it and I merged it. So now if I go here, you see it's now it has the things that I added on the other ones. So this is how you fork it. So you fork it, and whenever you want to push the updates that script was script has, you just come here and you update the branch. This is how you fetch all the updates it does. So it's not going to do the whole files, only the things that were changed. No, I'm not talking about Git Clone. No, I'm just saying that you fork it, right? Fork. Then anybody that made changes to that original repo, that's how you fetch, right? So you don't have to go here and download it from here or whatever. You just go here and fetch everything. You can download from yours or use the GitHub desktop, which we will go in there. But basically that's how you fork things for. So imagine now I change here again something, right? I want to remove this, remove test, right? I commit to mine. Now I want to make a pull request to go to the original repo, right? So I go here, pull requests, there's none, right? You create one. So base, this is the original, this is yours, right? And in here it tells you what have you removed and how it is now. So if I clicked here, create a pull request, then I add a title and a comment, test. And now you can create a pull request by clicking in here. Now this, since I have permissions in Vorp core, it already changed it to mine. So imagine you click on the repo, and now you go here, you see 3 pull requests. One of them is mine. And your pull request will be here. If I merge it, you can see what it is, or you can check what people did. Okay, this was removed, and now it looks like this, right? It looks fine. You have the number of the commit, the history, and you have the conversation, which you can add comments and tell the guy, okay, you can do this or do a different way. And then you can merge that request, and it's merged. You go in here and you can see it was removed, right? So that's how you make a pull request. In your branch, you make an edit, whatever you want, right? This is how you use GitHub like on the website. We're not explaining yet the desktop GitHub. So this is just for if you are on your computer and you want to make an easy edit, fix something that you know you can fix just by using the website. That's how you do it. Same thing on the phone. So you can see your history. You can make any edit to any file. All you have to do is just go to the file, and I change it here. I can change anything, right? And then you go to pull request, and you make a new pull request, and then you create a pull request. If you go here, I set up webhooks, and it tells me everything that I've done, right? So this is a new pull request. It was accepted, and then I closed it, and it was merged, right? I can explain how to do this as well for you when we get to the organizations. Right, so imagine now you don't want to you don't want to fork this. You can just star. Stars is like favorites. So if I go to mine, I have stars here, my favorites, and this is all my favorites. I don't need to fork it. You can just favorite and they all be here. So this is Vorp characters that was forked before, and I didn't need to fork it, right? I just want it as a favorite. Now I'm here, I can fork it by clicking in here, or you can watch it. If you click here that you watch it, and you go here, and everything that they do to that repo will be showing in here when you're watching something, right? So stars are favorites, repositories is the things that you forked. Right, so you know how to edit things from here, fork, pull requests, and now let me go here. Create releases. This is really, you just create a release, that's it. I can change things in here. Right, so what do you can go here and check the settings of that repo, right? You can change the name of the folder, and you can edit all this and tell people what can they do or not. Change the visibility to public or private, transfer ownership, delete this repository or archive it. right? You have loads of things in here. Webhooks. This is where you set webhooks to go to your Discord, right? As you can see, mine is already here. So I would have to add webhook, but I'm just gonna edit so you can see what it is. So you need to place that link that you have on Discord, and then at the end you do slash GitHub, right? And you have to put it in application JSON. Then here just the push event, send me everything, let me select individual events and active, and then you can update the webhook. So y'all know how to get so this is mine. If I go here, you see all the changes I did on the core, they all go here. So that you go here, integrations, webhooks, and you create a new one, and they will give you a link to put there, and at the end you just do slash GitHub on that link, right? Application JSON is how you do, and that's it. That's how you get so anything that people do to this repo, it will show in Discord, so you can see who's making pull requests, who's creating issues, blah blah blah. Right, creating issues is same thing as a pull request. New issue, title and description, and that's it. Submit new issue, right? So to view the branches, it tells you here how many branches has, and this is where you choose the branches. So you don't have any branches, there's only one here, right? This is how branches are made so that if you want to make a modification to this, like let's say you want to test something, you make a modification to this repository and you create a new branch, and it will go as a test, or something that you don't want to lose the original code. So you make the original code in another branch, so it's never lost, right? So now in here you would have two branches, one that is updated and one that is the original code. Insights. Well, this is security wiki. You can create a wiki like so you don't need a website. You can just create here how to use this repo. If you have any API or events people need to know, exports, whatever. Projects. This you won't be needing. Nobody uses that. You won't be needing this as well. Code. This is the code, right? So I think we are good in here, right? You can allow people to edit this as well, whatever. So we talked about fork, making edits in the website, pull requests, creating issues, favorites, watch it, and you can also pin this. When you pin, it means it goes here to the pin thing. I haven't pinned any, but you can pin and it'll go here. If I go to my organization in Vorp Core, everything in here is pinned. See, so people don't have to go and scroll and search for things. Now this is different. This is an organization, right? This is an organization. So let's go to GitHub Desktop. So you'll have to download GitHub Desktop. I mean, you don't have to download. If you click in one of these, if you don't have it, it will download it for you. So I have it, so I'll just click in here, right? So why do we do this? Why do we use GitHub Desktop? We use it so that we don't have to go to the website and do things. I can just live edit everything in Visual Studio and commit directly to GitHub, and everything, it will be there. So I don't have to go to the website and make my edits. I can do it through this application. So what he's asking you here is to Git Clone, right? This is it needs to create a folder somewhere so that it will get the code from it. So basically you are downloading it. So I don't need to clone it because I already have it. So in here I can see everything that I had cloned. Right now I don't have any of this. I only have the pre-made one. And in here I can choose open with Visual Studio Code, show in Explorer, or view on GitHub. This will go to the GitHub. This will show you where the files are, right? This is the pre-made. So anything that I edit in here, in the resources, anything, basically anything, will show here. So I can open with Visual Studio or show in Explorer. So I like to go here, select. So let's say I'm going to change the README of the pre-made of VORP, right? Because I forked it. I didn't fork it. Let's go. All right. So if I go here, and this is the pre-made, right? And I already did this, open with GitHub desktop. So I cloned it to my desktop. So all of these files are in here. So that's what clone is. You can download, but whenever you need to make pull requests or commits or whatever, you have to do it manually because you didn't clone it. And that's why we use this application. So everything is here, right? So I open that file, and anything I change here will show here on the app of what I just did. You see, automatically it tells me README was modified, and it tells you what you deleted and what you added. Right? I can go here and say I remove this, and didn't update. Right, it changed. It was slow. Anyways, anything you do, it will show here. Right? So I can edit anything in Visual Studio. When I'm done, I can come here and say test, another description. This is just like GitHub website, but you have it on the app. You can choose the current branch, or you can create a new one, right? So if you don't want to if you want to keep that code in, you can create a new branch, so you don't affect the other branch. So let's say I've done this, commit to main, and then here I can say push to origin. So now it will be going to here. Let's just refresh, and you can see 17 seconds ago it was changed. Now I can see the history here, one of these, and I can see where did I change. I removed this. So I don't need to go to the website anymore because I Git clone everything in here. I only need to open with this, and anything I change in here, this will detect it, and then you can do your commits from here. So if I want to change something on the pre-made, I Git clone it to my desktop. I open GitHub desktop. I choose whatever I want to do with it. If you chose to open Visual Studio, it will open all the folders. Right? And then you can change anything in any script, a notification, whatever, whenever you finished. I think you can do the same thing with Visual Studio. You can commit directly from here. But I just like to go here and see everything that was changed, comment it, say what have you changed, commit to main, right? So anything that was changed in here on the website, I'm not seeing whoever is texting, whoever is asking questions right now. So everything that, so let's say I'll go here to the pre-made, and I'll go to the README, and I want to edit here something, and I will add back what I removed, right? So test commit changes, right? So imagine somebody commit the changes. Now I'll go here, and everything that was added in there, you just fetch it, and you can see that something was changed. Something was changing in there. So, oh, you can see the history here, whatever you've done, blah blah. So you can see that something was changed. Now I'm going to update everything to that folder. So I don't need to go there and Git Clone again, and I don't need to go here and download the files. I can just use this app and fetch everything that was changed to that pre-made, to that repo, and now everything is here, right? So if I open it, you will see everything was changed. Right, open to. We'll go here, and you can see it's here added. Right? So if I remove, it will show here that I removed it. Sometimes it's slow. Right, as you can see, it was removed. I'll go back, and there is no changes. So this is how you do it. Everybody uses GitHub Desktop because it's just easy to do. You don't have to go to a website, blah blah, and you can just make all your edits in here, which is basically what developers need, because you have extensions that help you code and organize things, right? So this is what you use it for. Another thing that we could do now, so create account for make commits, pull requests, so we can go to other things. So basically what people want when you start a server and you have a team of developers, you want to create a organization. You can have everything in a VPS, right? All your files, people will go here, they will make all the changes that needs to be done, but nobody has track of it, right? You don't have track of things. So the way people do is create an organization. You make all the developers to make commits to it, and then you can see the webhooks on your Discord, on your GitHub, on your Discord, and you can see what was modified when, by who, right? And you can allow it to merge, or you can merge it. You can go and see, just like Vorp core. I allow people to commit, and then I'll go behind and see if we can actually merge this or not, if it's going to be good, if it's well done, if it's not, etc, etc. So I have one already, right, which is made by me, right? This for my server, and I have everything here, my server, my bots, anything, right? If I go here, this is private, but since I am the owner of it, it's not private. So to private, so you can't make the whole organization private, right? So this is the organization, blah blah blah. So you have to go to each repo that you made, go to settings, and then make it private. There's a lot of people that don't do this. I've seen a lot of servers that people create an organization, they don't put them private, right? So in here you can see that you have a server.cfg, and in here contains your key license that people can steal it. I don't know how many people I've messaged saying, you have this public, I can just steal everything from you. and they go back and they put it to private. Organizations will always be public. You have to put each repo private. Right, so creating organizations. Right, so another thing I forgot to talk about is how to make it new. Uh, so you don't have to just fork it. You can just add a new repo. If you have it on your computer, you just go new. You repository name, description, if public or private, add a README. You can choose a license and create a repository, right? Template, no template, and that's how you create new ones. Right, so organizations. Is here. Forgot where you create them. Review. It's around here somewhere. Organizations. Right. So this is where you go. You go to your user profile, organizations, and you can create a new one. And this is all your organization. So you create one and just give it a name, and that'll be it. So once you have your organization created, that's how you use this. You add all your things in here. A name. Just create one. Just anything. Just add a README, whatever. When you have that README, right? When you have this README, all you have to do is just come here, open with this get desktop, and you do the same thing. Clone it to your desktop, and every time you want to do a change, so you would only just have this. So now I could just come here and put all this in here inside, and it will change in here. Say you added this folder, and now I can just commit to it, and it will show in here. So this is how you do when you have like GitHub only allows you to upload 100 files or 100 pictures, whatever. If you go through desktop GitHub desktop, you can do unlimited. So this is why another reason people use it. And just go to the repo, give all the permissions that you want, set up the webhooks, whatever. So in our organization, you can set up a webhook for the whole organization. So anything that is changed in here, it will show in your Discord. It will show in here. So organization logs, I have everything here. Anything that I do, it will show here. Organization is different. It's not for each repo, right? So I think I'll go here, and I'll go webhooks, and you do the same thing. You put the link, and at the end you do /GitHub. And I can pin things, and that's it. Invite someone, whatever. So basically that's what you do. Just there's loads of YouTube tutorials on how to use this, and GitHub that explains better than me, but maybe in your language. But well, I didn't prepare anything, but there's nothing much to say about it. So I'm just gonna go for the questions, or whatever you didn't understand and you want to understand more. So if anybody has questions, how to commit, whatever it is, just type in the chat or enable your microphone, I don't mind. But yeah, you have the video, you could just look at the video and will tell you. Basically, what it's most important is just to commit, how to use GitHub desktop, and you should be good. Now just create an account and try things out. That's how you learn. It's not that difficult. I'm not like a professional of GitHub. It's just I know what I need to know. It's just for what I use is enough. You don't need to know everything. But how you read the changes, the history. Yeah, so what I do, I don't know if you notice. What I do, I have is this 2 branches? Yeah. So what I do is I create a repo and I create 2 branches. 2, yeah. A main and a dev server. So anything that I do on a dev server, I upload in here. I commit to the dev server, right? So if I choose the dev server, I can come here and see everything that was committed. I can check the history, check everything that was done, and if I agree with it, then I can create a pull request to the main, and the main is updated. And then when the main is updated, which I have Git cloned it to my desktop, I just go to my app, I fetch everything, and everything will go straight to the folder that I just Git cloned, right? So you don't have to Git clone. If it's for your main server, you don't have to Git clone for your desktop. You can just go to your folder server and folder server. So let's say you just want all of this, including this. You can just Git clone it right here where you start your server. So whenever you go here and push and fetch the origin, the commits that were made, everything goes straight to the live server. So in the next restart, everything will be there, right? Does that make sense? So I create one repo, I create 2 branches, one dev and one main. Everything that the developers do go to the dev branch. Nothing goes into the main until the owner sees it. So make your devs never commit to the main unless they know what they're doing, right? So, but I would not merge anything to the main because everybody needs to be aware of what it was done. So once everybody agrees, and you, let's say in your server you have dates for when to launch updates, you can do everything in the dev. Everything it's just going to pile up, and on that date of release, you pull request to the main, and then you just use the GitHub desktop to fetch everything, and the next restart, your server will have all the updates you put in the dev branch. That's how we would do. That's how I would do. So never commit anything to the main, so we don't have to redo things.
Hey, outsider.
Yes.
I have maybe only one question, but that has at the moment nothing to do with the GitHub stuff. If you allow me after you are finished here to DM you, that will be fine.
Yeah. If
It has to do with the resource from the GitHub page that you have been removed that I needed, and maybe I will
oh,
yeah. Yeah, I will maybe pay
just put it
you.
in the request channels. There's a
Oh,
request here, something request script. You just have to do that.
okay, wait, that's easy.
Yeah, I always use the channels. Never DM me unless it's something
Yeah,
important. Because we have roles. that people choose so that others don't DM them. You know, nobody wants to be
Okay.
disturbed by because somebody needs something. You know, unless
Yeah,
it's
I know.
important.
I know. It is. It
Because
is if you're the truth.
that's why we have Discord, right? And all these channels is for people to use it.
Yeah.
And I always
I know.
have people DMing me like, "Oh, how do I fix this? How do I fix that?"
Oh God. Then you have
Sometimes
no free time for yourself.
sometimes I just give them my PayPal. If you want private support, then you need to pay.
Yeah, I know. I agree. I understand this. We are managing three servers, two GTA servers, and one Red Dead Redemption server, and also some private servers for World of Warcraft. And if someone is DMing me for like support, yeah,
Yeah,
that's what you said. I send you
because
my PayPal, then you get then you get private
right,
support.
if you want to message me, then it's private support. You must pay for it.
Yeah, no, I don't need private support. I am
Yeah,
learning myself Lua scripting and some else. I just have been seeing you have the pinboard script, but it has been removed, and that's what I requested in public
yeah,
now.
I know. So just
Yeah,
request there.
I have.
Somebody will give it to you.
Yeah, that will be nice that anyone have it.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey,
Because
also a feedback to
I'm
you.
not even part of the support team here, so people just every time DM me or tag me for
Yeah,
support. Like I'm just helping. I'm not the support
yeah.
team.
No, no, that's not your job. You're making good job here, and I like what you are doing, and that's what I want to say here. Thank you for your good work. Yeah,
Yeah.
and the Discord
Well, the
stuff
thing
you're
is,
making now. Yeah,
when you share, is when you learn more. I used to
yeah.
keep everything for me from all my servers, all the tricks and scripts, and I didn't learn anything. You know, when you
Hmm.
start sharing with other people, they share with you too. So sharing is learning.
Yeah,
And
that's
that's
right.
why I'm here, is to learn.
I'm not a good Lua script developer. I just try to read something about the days about character resetting, skin resetting, because it's very buggy in some scripts. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
that script
And
is gonna come a new one in Lua. So
yeah, I also tested the C# version, but it's not very good.